Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. You are standing behind the heavy doors of an Ottoman harem. The air is warm, filled with steam, rose, and exotic oils. Women whisper, laugh softly, and prepare for rituals that last for hours. Beauty here is not vanity, it is power. It is survival. And it is something they guarded like a secret. This is the secret of Ottoman beauties. Ottoman women did not use makeup the way we know it today. There were no chemicals, no artificial colors, no factory-made creams. Everything that touched their skin came from nature. They believed that true beauty could not be painted on. It had to be grown, protected, and preserved. Rose water was the foundation of almost every beauty ritual. It was used to cleanse the face, calm the skin, and refresh the body. Women splashed it on their faces several times a day, believing it purified not only the skin, but the soul. A glowing face was seen as a sign of health and divine favor. For facial care, mixtures of honey and milk were common. Honey was believed to heal, soften, and protect the skin, while milk symbolized purity and youth. These mixtures were applied slowly, with care, often while women shared stories and secrets. Beauty was never rushed. Hair care was just as important. Olive oil and almond oil were massaged into the scalp to strengthen hair and add shine. The process could last hours. Strong, healthy hair was seen as a reflection of discipline and inner balance. And then there was the hammam. The hammam was not a quick bath. It was a ritual that could last half a day. Women would sit in steam-filled rooms, allowing their pores to open completely. Sweat was considered cleansing, steam was considered healing. After steaming came exfoliation. Using special rough gloves called kase, women scrubbed their skin until dead layers peeled away. This was followed by massages with warm oils that relaxed muscles and softened the skin. Clean skin meant a clean spirit. In the Ottoman world, beauty was inseparable from spirituality. A woman who cared for her body was believed to be honoring the gift she was given by God. But these rituals were only the beginning, because beauty in the harem was never just about appearance. It was about influence. Beauty rituals in the Ottoman harem were rarely done alone. Women gathered together to prepare masks, creams, and treatments that might seem strange to us today, but were considered powerful secrets back then. These rituals created bonds and alliances. One of the most common face masks was made from yogurt and egg whites. Yogurt cooled the skin and reduced inflammation, while egg whites tightened pores and created a smooth, firm appearance. The mask would dry slowly as women sat in silence or whispered behind veils. Another favorite ingredient was rice flour. Mixed with rose water, it created a paste believed to brighten the skin and give it a porcelain-like glow. This mask was especially popular before important events or visits. Crushed rose petals were also used not only for scent, but for their calming effect. Women believed roses carried emotional energy. Applying rose-based treatments was thought to bring inner peace as well as beauty. Some rituals were unusual by modern standards. For example, certain women used clay mixed with herbs to absorb impurities. Others rinsed their hair with vinegar diluted in water to enhance shine. Nothing was wasted. Everything had a purpose. Beauty sessions often lasted for hours. Time moved differently inside the harem. There was no rush. Beauty required patience, and patience was seen as a sign of refinement. These collective rituals also served a deeper purpose. The harem was a competitive environment. Beauty could mean protection, attention, safety. Women who mastered these rituals understood that their appearance could shape their future. But beauty alone was not enough. How a woman presented herself, her hair, her scent, her posture, sent messages without words. And everyone was watching. Because in the Ottoman world, every detail mattered. In the Ottoman world, hair was never just hair. Long, thick, shiny hair symbolized youth, fertility, and prestige. It was one of the first things noticed. Women treated their hair like a crown. They used black seed oil, known for its strengthening properties, and castor oil to encourage growth. Rose water was applied not only for fragrance but to protect the scalp. Hair rituals could take an entire afternoon. Braiding was an art form. Dozens of styles existed, each sending a message. Loose braids could suggest youth and innocence. Tight, complex styles showed discipline and status. Hair was a language, but scent was even more powerful. Perfume was not optional. It was essential. Amber, musk, rose, and sandalwood were among the most valued scents. Perfumes were layered carefully. Oil on skin, fragrance on clothing, incense in the room. A woman's scent announced her presence before she entered. A woman without scent was considered careless, regardless of how beautiful she looked. Smell carried identity, rank, influence. In fact, certain fragrances were reserved for women of higher status. Wearing the wrong scent could be seen as disrespect or ambition. This is why beauty in the harem was never innocent. It was controlled, observed, and judged, and the women who understood this best survived. But among all of them, some stood above the rest. Women like Hürrem. In the Ottoman harem, beauty was not decoration, it was strategy. A woman who mastered beauty rituals gained attention. Attention brought protection. Protection brought influence, and influence meant survival. This is why beauty became a political weapon. Women like Hürrem Sultan understood this better than anyone. She did not simply enjoy luxury. She defined it. The colors she wore, the scents she favored, the rituals she followed quickly became trends. Other women copied her. Servants whispered about her routines. Even outside the palace, her influence spread. Hürrem showed that beauty could open doors that power alone could not. She understood timing, presence, mystery. Her beauty rituals were not about excess, they were about control. Control over perception, over emotion, over destiny. The Ottoman harem was not just a place of confinement, it was a silent battlefield where beauty replaced swords and whispers replaced commands, and these ancient rituals were the armor. Today, many of these practices still survive, in hammams, in natural cosmetics, in traditions passed down quietly through generations. But the truth is this: Ottoman beauty was never just about looking beautiful. It was about becoming unforgettable. If you want to uncover more hidden stories like this, stories history tried to keep behind closed doors, make sure to subscribe. And if you're already part of this journey, thank you for being here.